Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am AdamMcKola. Hope you guys are all doing well. We are back for another transfer roundup where I'll go through the last 7 days in Manchester United's transfer rumours. Yes, we'll be covering the likes of Frenkie De Jong, Christian Eriksen, Antony, Darwin Núñez, Nemanja Matic, amongst a whole host of other names. So make sure you're keeping it locked by hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting and sharing. We'll bring you one of these videos every 7 days during the transfer window where we'll wrap up what's gone on in the week. Obviously, I'll have those daily uploads and be reacting to all the breaking news as and when it happens. But if you don't like to keep up with the daily here and there and here we goes and in and outs and this and that and it won't happen and will it and won't it, all those kind of things, then this is the video for you, because once every week you can just get a roundup of what's going on. So let's stop the chit chat. Let's get stuck into these transfer rumours. As I said, we got loads to get stuck into, and we'll start first with Ajax's Antony. Now, Manchester United have been linked with him in the last 7 days. Now, the latest on this is that Manchester United have genuine interest in Antony. Of course, Erik ten Hag knows him so well. Still no bid, just internal discussions, and that came from Fabrizio Romano. He was rubbishing as well some fake news that had spread from the mouth of Emerson Santos, who is Antony's brother and not his agent. So there was an article where his brother, and they were calling him his agent in that article, was speaking about Manchester United. That is fake news. But what isn't fake news, according to Fabrizio Romano, is that United's interest is genuine. And in May, Mike Verwij, who's a highly regarded journalist in Netherlands, he spoke about Antony and he said, I think Ajax will accept the money for Antony this summer and not take the same risk as they did with David Neres. A transfer fee starting at 60 million euros is realistic. We've also heard 50 million euros being touted around as well. And the Times followed up those stories from Fabrizio Romano and other stories that were out there by saying that Manchester United had made the Ajax and Brazil winger Antony a key summer transfer target. So it looks like we'll be hearing more from this rumour regarding Antony to Manchester United. Now, 50 million euros, 60 million euros is rumoured to be the price tag. Now, Manchester United are obviously focused on other big money signings as it stands, it seems, and Antony's probably one that will wait until that one is wrapped up, if it is going to be wrapped up. And obviously Antony, someone that's got a relationship with Erik ten Hag, so you'd assume it'd be easy for him to tempt him to Manchester United. Maybe those talks have already happened. We were obviously linked with Timber as well, but there was talks this week that there was a gentleman's agreement between Erik ten Hag and Ajax that he wouldn't got the whole squad of Ajax and sign all their players. Now, signing 1 or 2 isn't got in the squad, but it's believed that Antony is the one that would likely make a move. Timber's probably going to stay put or end up elsewhere at this moment in time. He's obviously thinking about his spot for the international team as well, and we've heard Van Gaal speaking about how important it is that he plays regularly. So maybe Timber's one that will wait and stay put at Ajax, but Antony looks like he could be on the move. Manchester United are making him a key summer transfer target according to the Times, and have had some internal discussions according to Fabrizio Romano, but that one is still gonna rumble on. Moving on from that, and one that probably isn't going to rumble on, was Alessandro Bastoni, who had been linked with Manchester United. We spoke about this before on the channel. Now, his agent claims he will definitely stay at Inter, so maybe that one's put to bed. I'm sure his name will probably pop up at some point. He's being linked with Spurs more so than Manchester United, but Manchester United's name has been dragged into the mix. His agent's staying. He's staying at Inter, so let's see what happens there. Maybe he's earned himself a nice new contract by being linked with Manchester United and Spurs in this transfer window, and he'll end up signing that one there. He is a player though that I think will be on the move in the near future. If not this summer, then probably in a year or two. Highly rated centre backs are always wanted. Obviously, sometimes they tend to stay in Italy, the Italian players, and not move on until later on in their career. Will that be the same with Bastoni? Will he move on? His agent saying he's staying put at this moment in time. Now, Sky Sports also reported that Manchester United and Chelsea held interest in Ibrahim Sangare. Now, Ibrahim Sangare is believed to have a €35 million release clause in his PSV contract, which has 3 years remaining. Source close to the midfielder says he has his heart set on a move to England and is convinced he will be playing in the Premier League next season. Now, what this one feels like at the moment, while there may be genuine interest, maybe those clubs have scouted him, maybe they're looking to table offers for him, but it does kind of feel like his agent's putting the feelers out there for a move as well. Maybe he's briefed the press saying that he's ready to go and he wants that move, briefing the press about his release clause as well. Now, as for Manchester United, look, I don't know a whole host about Ibrahim Sangare. I haven't watched PSV week in, week out, but I have heard good things about him, and he plays in a position that we really need to fill. We need defensive-minded midfielders. We can no longer be going on with McTominay and Fred, and we need to strengthen that area of the pitch. We're going to speak about some other midfielders United are being linked with, but we need that typical number 6, that defensive-minded midfielder. I know people are going to say Frenkie De Jong can play there, but I think you need a more defensive-minded player alongside him. Ibrahim Sangare could be that guy. €35 million release clause as well would help negotiations, and maybe that's why it's been put on the back burner. But as of yet, it's only interest being reported by Sky Sports, and as I said, it feels like it may be manufactured by his agent. Let's wait and see on that one. Now, something that you can take as pretty much a certainty is the following story, and that is from David Ornstein saying Manchester United have made an offer to Christian Eriksen and are among the clubs interested in signing him. The 30-year-old Denmark playmaker is a free agent after his Brentford contract ended. I think it ends at the end of this month, but more or less ended. And Manchester United's summer priority remains De Jong, but there are other options too, including Christian Eriksen. So when it says the priority remains De Jong, but we've made an offer to Christian Eriksen, it feels like United would be targeting both of them, which is what you want to hear. You also want to hear United targeting a more defensive-minded midfielder as well, because if we were to bring in Frenkie De Jong and Christian Eriksen, I still think we need that player to sit behind him and defend. Nevertheless, though, Man United making an offer to the free agent Christian Eriksen, I think it's a very good move. Manchester United have lost a lot of players in and around his position. Mata, Lingard have left. Paul Pogba's also left Manchester United. United have lost a lot of players. We've also lost Nemanja Matic, who plays a little bit deeper in midfield. We need to bring in players in midfield. That is a fact. We're not going to sign 3-4 players, in terms of bidding with transfers and fees and all this kind of thing. We just know that's not going to happen. What we have got, though, is a lot of room on the wage bill freed up by the players that have left. A free agent, I'd assume, is not on a big contract at Brentford. Spurs are interested in him too and are probably favourites for his signature at this moment in time, especially with them having that previous relationship with him and Champions League football. But I'm sure Manchester United could make him an offer that he can't refuse, and I'd be all for this signing. When you think of Lingard and Mata going out the door, players that didn't really play for Manchester United last season, didn't feature much, if you replace him with a Christian Eriksen who was instrumental in keeping Brentford up, still has it in him. We know the difficulties that he's had, but at 30 years old, he's seemingly passed all the rigours and fitness tests and all those kind of things that are associated with a move to Premier League and then playing in the Premier League. I think it'd be a very good bit of business for Manchester United, as long as it wasn't our only one in that midfield area. But it'd be a great bit of business, and I'm glad Manchester United have made an offer to Christian Eriksen. Let's hope we can get that one wrapped up and he says yes to Manchester United. Something that looks like it's going to take a little bit longer, at the very least, is for Frenkie De Jong to Manchester United. And Fabrizio Romano has reported, remember we had the bid from Manchester United that was believed to be 60 million plus 10 or 60 million plus 20 million euros, depending on who you believe. Now it's rumoured that Barcelona want more money. They're trying to squeeze a little bit more out of Manchester United, and they, according to Fabrizio Romano, want 85 million euros as a guaranteed fee, around 70 million pounds, I believe it is. Let's have a quick Google search right here. Yeah, 73 million pounds it would be. Now, if United structured a deal for 85 million, which included add-ons in that 85 million pounds, then it's probably worth it. But these lot are trying to fast one. Man United are involved in negotiations. He says still no changes on the Frenkie De Jong deal. Barcelona won't accept less than 85 million guaranteed fee. United still in direct talks with Barcelona after a verbal bid turned down last week. Frank is calm. No indication to anyone on his future. He's waiting. But what we have heard in the last 7 days is His stance of not wanting to leave Barcelona has softened. Erik ten Hag has convinced him to join Manchester United and join his project at the club. So now all we're waiting for, it seems, is Man United to get that fee agreed with Barcelona on Frenkie De Jong. Now, whilst I hate Manchester United dragging their heels, being slow with business, I'm not panicking on this one yet. And like Frenkie De Jong, I am calm about this one. I'm still relatively confident it will happen, despite what I know Manchester United's board to be like. But still, until it happens, nothing has happened yet and nothing's certain, and we have to wait and see what goes down there with that. But what is for sure is Darwin Núñez will not be joining Manchester United. We've heard the talks, we've heard the rumours over the last couple of weeks and months linking him with Manchester United and a whole host of other clubs. He is now a Liverpool player in a deal that is worth up to £85 million. Now, £85 million on Darwin Núñez, he'll probably go and score lots of goals for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, but I'm not that bothered that we haven't spent £85 million on a striker. Now, you could argue United should have the money to go and buy Darwin Núñez and Frenkie De Jong and whoever else they want. The Glazers are taking money out left, right and centre. I know that that's a problem that we have, but I'm also realistic about that problem. And with the transfer funds that we have, it's probably going to be around 150 million like it usually is in the summer. With that, and maybe very little coming in by way of transfer fees, United are going to have to spend wisely, and maybe spending on a striker most of your budget isn't the right thing to do. We need to sort out that midfield area and other positions as well. So I'm not that gutted about that one. And another bit of confirmed news, Nemanja Matic left as a free agent from Manchester United, and he is in Rome, wrapping up his move to Mourinho's Roma. He loves Mourinho, Donny. He's followed him to Chelsea, followed him to Manchester United, and now he's following him to Rome, and he'll play for Roma. Huge move for him towards the back end of his career. So good luck to Nemanja Matic. But that is it for the roundup of transfer news here this week on AdamMcKola TV. Remember, we'll be back with more videos on a daily basis, so keep it locked. But yeah, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing. And if you don't like the day-to-day, run-of-the-mill transfer rumour stuff, then come back here every Tuesday for a roundup and you'll have a video like this. Until next time, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.